Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Perkenalkan, saya Febi Nur Fadila dengan NPM 22.105. Di sini saya akan membacakan kriminal case verdict nomor 717 garing PID B garing 2023 garing PN Bandung. Background: this case includes the defendant Antoine Masari alias Boy, an entrepreneur Jesuit found in property sales transaction. The incident occurred in Bandung City where the defendant sold a commercial building. Suppose with questionable ownership status. The case began 2023 and continued until the court ruling in 2023. The victim, Melkias Irawan Lajaro, was the buyer of the property who believed it belonged to defendant Melkias suffered financial loss amounting to IDR 3.6 billion after discovering that the property belonged to PT Kereta Api Indonesia (KAI) and was merely leased to defendant. Initial investigation. 1. The incident in October 2030, the defendant offered a shop house on Jalan Ahmad Yani, Bandung for IDR 3.6 billion. The defendant claimed the property was owned by his company, PT Lekti Sakti. However, after the transaction, the victim discovered that the land and building were assets of PT KAI, who lease had expired in 2013. The toxicology report to support the investigation. A property expert report was utilized to verify the legal status of the land and building. This report concluded that the property did not belong to the defendant but was an asset of PT KAI leased to PT Lekti Sakti, the defendant's company. This is served as key evidence supporting the charge. 3. Key evidence. Transaction document. Receive for a down payment of either 600 million and a final payment of IDR 3 billion. Transaction document. Receive for a down payment of IDR 60 million and a final payment of IDR 3 billion. Transaction document. Receive for a payment IDR 600 million and final payment of IDR 3 billion. Suspect Anton Masari. Background: Anton Masari alias Boy, a 54-year-old Bandung Burman at the time of the trial was the managing director of PT Lekti Sakti. The company was involved in property management and development. Boy was a notable figure in the local business community. Although there were controversies surrounding his business practices, particularly regarding lesser property market as personal asset. Motive: the firm motive in the case was financial. Again, the defendant was believed to have sought substantial funds from the victim by selling a property with unclear ownership status. During the trial, it was relevant that the defendant failed to provide transfer information to victim regarding the property ownership, leading the victim to proceed with the process. Behavior after the incident. After the transaction was accomplished and the victim began realizing the illegitimate acts of the property status in 27. The defendant exhibited evasive behavior. The defendant never provided information to clarify the property status to the victim or attempted to resolve the issues directly. While there were offers for compensation, the amount proposed by defendant either 7.5 million was significantly actually below the victim loss IDR 3.6 billion. During the trial, the defendant maintained his annonces claiming that the property status was the company's responsibility. The trial 1. Charged the defendant Anton Masyari alias Boy was charged under Article 378 of the Indonesia Penal Code (KUHP) concerning fraud in incidents such that the defendant deliberately used to convince the victim to force a shop house on Jalan Ahmad Yani, Bandung for IDR 3.6 billion. Although the defendant claimed ownership of property, investigation already was asset photo of PT Kereta Api Indonesia was lease hard expired to 2013. The defendant and his legal costs are that the transaction was a civil matter, though not a criminal one. They state the property was sold the name of PT Lutski Sakti, making the responsibility fall on the company, not defendant as an individual. Not witness directly obsessed the alleged fraudulent action. The victim was aware of the property ownership status but proposed with the proposal regardless. The defendant offered compensation of either 7.520 million, which the victim rejected. 3. Prosecution. The prosecution emphasized that the defendant had the intent to defraud the victim by concealing crucial info about the property ownership status. Key points include: the defendant never informed the victim that the property was an asset of PT KAI with an expired lease. Evidence including transaction document, PT KAI leases agreement, and testimonies from the victim and express demonstrated fraudulent action. The defendant action caused significant financial loss to the victim. For sentencing, the Bandung District Court found the defendant guilty of fraud under Article 3718 of the Penal Code. The sentence include imprisonment for 1 year and 8 months with credit for time served, 5 months of court free of either 2 to 0. Element of article. In Article 3718 of the Indonesia Penal Code (KUHP), whoever by using or forget of falsified document with the intent to lawfully benefit oneself or another person, or by desire induce another to serve property or give a lesson shall be punished with imprisonment for a maximum of 5 years. At 1. Whoever. It is considered that whoever refers to any person as legal subject who has committed criminal acts is legal capable of being held possible for the action. In the case defendant Anton Masyari alias Bol bin Wiwi Masyari indemnified by the contemptible and capable of taking responsibility for his action through the trial process. 2. With the intent to unlawfully benefit oneself or another person. It is considered based of the fact that the defendant obtained an unlawful benefit amounting to either 36 billion, 100 billion rupiah from the sale of the supposed ruko to the victim Melkias Irawan Larajo. This action clearly contravened the will of the rightful owner of the fund is the victim. 3. By using a false name, false status, descent, or series of lies, it is considered that the defendant says non-transparent, dishonest action regarding the status of land can be categorized as descent of around. 4. Include another person to surrender property from find a loan or nullity of the debt. This is considered based on the facts related in trial that the defendant was broke cause due to allegation of fraud in sale of the supposed the victim Melkias Irawan Lajaro. This occurred between October 2013 and June 2017 at Jalan Ahmad Yani No 2224 Bandung City. Judge considered aggravating circumstances. The defendant and action caused significant financial harm to another person. The defendant saw no remorse. Mitigation circumstances. The defendant behaved voluntarily during the trial. The defendant has family responsibilities. Eval legal debate. The defendant filed an eval arguing that the case should fall under civil law rather than criminal law. In eval, the defense argued that there was no substantial evidence proving the defendant intent to defraud. However, the High Court upheld the initial ruling, asserting that the defendant's action including criminal elements. Public relations and media coverage. This case attracted widespread public and media attention given the nature of fraud involving high-value property assets. Local and national media extensively covered the proceeding, particularly due to the significant loss suffered by victims. Some number of the public perceived the court's dedication as a form of customer verification, while others questioned whether the legal system in affection enough to prevent similar cases in the future. Key issue and legal way. 1. Role of forensic evidence. Although this way of property fund costs, forensic evidence including original contract, documents, and certificates played a critical role in proving ownership status. 2. The impact media on legal case. The heightened media coverage helped raise public awareness of the case, but also had potential to influence public opinion and court proceeding. 3. Motive and psychology profiling. The defendant financial motive how individual might resort to dash it to serve personal gain, especially in the context of competitive business environment. 4. Legal system training. The 1 year and 18-month version sentence relevant a balance between delivering justice to the victim and punishing the crime. The legal system also demonstrates its role in addressing legal fraud case. Conclusion. This case highlights the importance of transparency and honestly in property transaction. Aswan Mashari alias Boy action of the counseling property ownership information demonstrates how a malicious intent can have significant losses for the order. The court continued a fair legal process, taking into account documentary evidence, witness testimonies, and legal argument. The 1 year and Egmont version sent a strong message the fraud will not to be tolerated. This case also underscores the need for essential regulation in property transaction and the crucial role of notaries in safeguarding customers. Sekian dari penjelasan saya. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.